Investigators continue to comb through evidence in the East Cleveland murders. This case is reminding many of the last serial murders that took place here in Northeast Ohio, the Imperial Avenue murders.
Anthony Sowell is convicted of killing 11 women and burying their remains in and around his Cleveland home. But some of the women he was convicted of assaulting escaped.
News Channel 5's Dave Arnold spoke to one of those survivors about the attack and how she escaped.
I still struggle with freedom of self inside the mind.
Lisa Broughton, a survivor of the Imperial Avenue serial killer Anthony Sowell, reveals herself for the first time. Her story, terrifying. Sowell had acted as a protector before attacking.
He had walked you home, but he was working you for how many months before he actually did something?
I say he had to be working me for at least a good 8 to 9 months before he actually raped me.
Attacked in the late 80s, Lisa wishes she had seen the warning signs from the then recently retired Marine.
He definitely was a predator. I mean, now that I sit back and I think about the many nights that I saw him walking behind me, and then he would catch up with me, not realizing that this guy was following me all the time. Anthony was real polite, you know, he had just got out the service, so you never would have thought he was the type of guy that would actually kill or rape.
For Lisa, the recent East Cleveland murders bring back nightmares of how close to the hands of death she was at just 22.
His whole personality changed, the look in his eyes, everything. It was like a Dr. Jekyll. He was a totally different person. It went from human to animal.
Lisa's survival mode kicked in.
When he went to retrieve my clothes, I jumped a fence and I ran. I didn't have on anything but socks and shoes at the moment. I ran across Imperial Avenue with nothing but socks and shoes, but I knew I was at the point either I run to save my life or I stay there and die. Only God's grace kept me alive, and I sometimes wonder why he kept me alive.
Are you convinced there are more?
I'm convinced there are a whole lot more. I'm convinced there's more survivors out there, too, that just haven't came forward.
On your side in Cuyahoga County, Dave Arnold, News Channel 5.